Yo, what is going on, guys? So, we have just came back off our final game for England in the international break, and it was actually a banger. The one against Andorra was a bit of a snooze fest, I can't lie. The 2-0. Elliot Anderson played amazing in that game, by the way. This game, everyone knew this was going to be a bit of a test for us. It was absolutely not. It was the most one-sided game I've watched in a fair while. I feel like it was more one-sided than Andorra because it was a bit more open. Like, Serbia was actually going to attack the ball. Granted, Milinkovic got sent off. I don't personally agree it was a red card. So, say if you look at the pitch like this, Milinkovic tackled Harry Kane about here. Granted, it was the last man. He was kind of going out towards that way. I think a lot of people were a bit surprised. It did seem like a bit of a yellow. And there was bloody laser beams going off, flipping. People had the laser pens out, crazy. There was the Serbian fans had to bring out the riot police at one point for their own fans. Apparently, it was like political issues. Don't know what the hell was going on there, but to do with the football, absolutely amazing. So let's go through the sort of starting lineup that we had. So I was very critical. So as you might see, I'll be on like the football terrace that I've been on for the past. I'm on most days, and I was on at the end of the last game, and I made a point that I said this. I think it's very important that you create partnerships, so you bring in club players that play together to have natural partnerships, because how important it is to not have to look absolutely everywhere. And you could say Gordon could get passed into the ball here, he will know. So he can just put the ball out wide, and he knows Tino Livramento is going to be doing an overlapping run. It's so important to do one-touch passes, everything like that. It keeps up the intensity of the football. It helps with pressing because you will know which players you can mark in general. It's incredible, and today showed it. We started off with the left-sided partnership of Tino and Gordon again, and Reece James and Noni. Obviously, Noni is an Arsenal player now, but he did play for Chelsea, so there's a big partnership here. And Anderson obviously was our player at Newcastle for a long time, which he played with Tino and Gordon. So he has a partnership already. He knows Gordon a lot more than Tino. He played less with Tino than he has done with Gordon. But either way, it's very good. And this is everyone complemented each other's playstyle very well. Morgan Rogers is incredibly direct. Gordon Madueke, incredibly good at basically running in behind lines. You were having Elliot Anderson that was doing passes very directly to Rogers, who was doing another pass basically direct straight through the lines, which Noni or Gordon was getting into. I think this partnership is amazing. Only issue is, will it continue going forward? I would say no, because I basically was talking about the list of players who are missing out. On the right, you're going to have Saka, potentially Eze. It's probably going to be Saka. And then I would say Saka, then Noni. Noni, right, for club, not that amazing. England, I watched him in the under-21s and stuff. He has been an absolute sensation in an England shirt. So I kind of hope he continues to get the nod. If Saka potentially gets injured, doesn't have a great form at the end, I would be more than happy with Noni starting on the right side above Saka. If not, it'll be Saka, and then Noni will come on probably about 60 minutes, 7 minutes or something. Tuchel's a very good manager and will know who to play. Gordon, I think, consolidated his spot on the left with Tino. Tino, I swear to God, if you ever watch him, obviously I watch him week in, week out, but if you ever watch him, this man does not ever put a less than a 7 out of 10 performance in. Never. So it's looking like this back four right here was actually unbelievable. Reece James, I hope he stays fit, because he's probably the best right back in all-rounded right back that we've ever had for England going back for ages. He's 26 in December, so he's getting a bit on there, but he's always had injury problems. Hopefully he stays fit and is fit for the World Cup, because this the wing backs, I think, are going to be the starting for England, and I hope they are. Which is crazy, because obviously Tino is naturally is a right back. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But Tino, yeah, we always have him swapping wings for Newcastle, so he's used to it. Mark Gahey, played absolutely amazing today, and so did Konza. To be fair, both played very good. Obviously, the centre backs that are going to be coming into the lineup, which will be say Levi Colwell, obviously Dan Burn's still there. Yeah, and obviously John Stones. We'll see how that goes, but these two played incredibly well, and then obviously Dan Burn could potentially be coming in as well. To go for the box-to-box, obviously you kind of got like, say, Kobbie Mainoo and Declan Rice. I think that's a very good competition there. Declan Rice obviously going to be starting, played absolutely amazing today. He did miss a few chances that he had towards the edge of the box, but he got 2 assists. He was an absolute machine today. He definitely deserves man of the match for his performance today. Definitely. Jordan Pickford got quite a low rating actually. I think Jordan Pickford actually, I mean, granted he didn't really have to do anything, but whenever the ball came back to him, he looked very good actually with his feet. I was actually quite surprised. He looked better than what he typically does. So yeah. Well done, Pickford. Not for only in the time that I'll ever be saying that. But so Anderson, obviously in this position, we're going to maybe have, say, there could be like Adam Wharton, Conor Gallagher, Elliot Anderson. I think Elliot Anderson potentially could be there. I did notice if there was a couple passes that he was doing a bit sort of nonchalantly that kind of ended up going towards Serbia, which if that was against a better team, that probably would have got punished by a goal or something. But to be fair, one of the ones that he did, Tino got back and actually got the ball back. But yeah, it's about focus. That if he improves focus, he would have had a really good game. Elliot Anderson still had a good game though. I was very happy with him. Like I said, Anderson Rodgers, this partnership that they had in this game was actually really good. These two were incredibly direct. Kane had an unbelievable game actually. To be fair, compared to the one that he had at Andorra, I say unbelievable. He had a very good game. Not unbelievable in terms of Kane standards, but he had a very good game. He was doing a lot of dropping back, a lot of passes out wide. He obviously got his header from quite far out in the box, to be fair. It was a very good, well-taken header. He had a very good game. Good hold-up play and everything. Noni, like I said, wow. This man is 2 separate players when it comes down to international level and it comes down to club. I don't understand it. Some players are like that. It happens. But if he keeps it, like Phil Foden, unbelievable for Man City when especially like in the last Euros and stuff. In that time, was that the treble season? I think it was, wasn't it? He was unbelievable, especially with KDB and stuff, and he was banging in goals for City. When he put on the England shirt, he was very mid. So, yeah. Whereas unlike Noni, he puts on the England shirt and his levels go up. Some people are like that. It's just the way that football is. It's sometimes to do with the level of competition and everything. But we need to have a big team to go against for Noni because, like I was saying, if you compare, say, Andorra to France or Spain, it's a big jump. So, yeah, we'll see how he goes. But at the moment, he's smashing it, and yeah, he needs to kick on. Gordon played very well. Like I said, as per usual, he was one of the reasons we got one of the goals. Which one was it? Was it it was a third goal, wasn't it? Who scored the third goal? Was it Gahey that got the third one? Yeah, he was like kind of the one that smashed the ball across there. Rashford came on for him. Again, Rashford didn't look that great. And Jordan Henderson. Why the hell is Jordan Henderson coming on in the 80th minute, man? What are we doing? He just needs to be out of the squad. But either way, in this position sort of where Rodgers is, we're going to have Bellingham, Palmer. They're going to be the main two. They're going to be in front of Rodgers, which I feel really sorry for Rodgers because all he has done is played well. He's not given a reason from this game or anything to say why he shouldn't be playing. Obviously, in that position, you've got the likes of Foden, potentially Grealish. He got four assists in 3 games for Everton. If he carries on that, it'll be like how we saw Grealish when he was in the England shirt before. They had so much more freedom when he was under Villa. Going to be interesting in that, see how he goes this season, because he might end up being on the plane just for his form, which I kind of hope so, because Grealish was one of those players that loves sort of the left middle, sort of this area role where he likes to drift in and everything, take on some players and get some assists and everything. And if he gets more freedom, that'd be great. But we are definitely not a lack of competition. Unbelievable. And then obviously Saka's going to be coming back in, like I said. Right, so we'll have a quick look at the stats. We'll look at the first half at first, because the second half, obviously, there was the red card, which, like I said, was a bit an orange card, you will say. Also, what the hell was that referee doing with that flipping penalty at Watkins? That was the most stonewall wall penalty I think I've ever seen. And obviously he said no, but VAR instantly said, and he went over, he looked at the monitor for about half a second and was like, nope, yep. Like, and the camera was like so close in, zoomed in on his face, and he was like, you just knew that he made a mistake. Don't know how he didn't see that, because it was incredibly stonewall. But either way, the great thing that you'll see about this, the intensity from the first half and the second half was there. It didn't drop at all. What can we see on here? Touches in the opposite box, 42. Wow, that's actually crazy. Jesus. Either way, we'll have a quick little look through this. So yeah, so the lineup, like I said, who ended up getting brought on? Jed Spence. Jed Spence came on and instantly did a tackle on the on his side, which Tuchel was very happy with, and so was I. It was a very good tackle. That again, Rashford. He got a goal, which was the penalty that Ollie Watkins, like I said. But bro, he's just he's definitely bulked up as well. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed. He's put some muscle on in his core. So he might be trying to change his game a little bit there. But yeah, he got the goal from the penalty. He looked okay. Again, I think Gordon's ahead of him. And then if you have Eze, in my opinion, it's Gordon, Eze, Rashford. But that's only if I only say Gordon ahead of Eze if Tino is starting, just because of that partnership. Like I said, Jordan Henderson came on. No idea why. I presume he's probably not going to be in the squad. Hopefully he'll just be in the bloody coaching staff if that's even possible. I don't know why he came on. Watkins, he looked lively. He came on 15 minutes left. He looked okay. Jared Bowen looked really good. However, I think he's going to be a byproduct of not being able to play due to how good other players are. Because like I said, on the right, I would start Saka and Noni before Jared Bowen. Not because I think Bowen has done something wrong. I just think Noni's not put a foot wrong, and Saka's always been great in an England shirt. So, but then yeah, like Morgan Gibbs-White didn't even get a sniff. I think it was a bit unlucky. Eze, like I said, didn't really like. A few players didn't get a sniff, but I think it was because Tuchel wanted to see some players on the pitch today, which I thought was very, very useful to kind of see how he's been thinking. But today it left a lot warranted. Like, I think the Andorra left a lot to be desired, whereas today it answered a lot of questions, and the performance was very good. Here's the table that we're in at the moment. Serbia dropped down. Albania went up. Obviously, I don't know if you saw. Is it on here? Here it is. Norway. Jesus, what the hell happened in this game, man? Flipping Haaland got 5 goals. That man is different, man. He is something else. But yeah, like I said, as a whole, yeah, Declan Rice got man of the match. Doesn't surprise me. As a whole, unbelievable performance by England. I think this is the sort of things that I wanted to see for England, and this is the good thing about having Thomas Tuchel, an actual manager, because like I said, what we had flipping Southgate that got relegated with Middlesbrough. I think there's a bit of a difference, isn't there? Whereas obviously we've got Tuchel, who's trophy winner, like unbelievable manager. There's one thing that's good. He is contracted, I'm pretty sure, only for this World Cup. I think that's when his contract runs out. And then I think he actually said in an interview before that he would want to have an extension of the contract. Like he would want that, which is good. So he's not doing what, say, Gareth Southgate did, where he brings in players that are a bit younger to embed them into the future. Say Lewis Skelly, I would prefer to leave him out to have someone who's in the here and now, say Tino, who you know you're going to get a guaranteed 7 out of 10 performance at least with. I would prefer that. Have him being thinking, let's just focus on the World Cup. Euros are left to follow 2 years down the line or whatever. don't worry about that. Just think about us maybe winning this one or getting deep into the competition, because I think a lot of clubs, a lot of countries have actually got better. I mean, Spain, France, Portugal. A lot of these clubs have actually gone up. Have gone up in value. Even the likes of say Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Denmark's come down a bit actually, but yeah, it's gonna be some good competition. Either way, I got left from this game incredibly happy. I think hopefully we can carry on going. We have a friendly versus Wales in October, I think it was. So that'll be a good game to watch. See how it's looking then when we actually have, say, Bellingham, Palmer, Saka, all these players actually fit. It'll be good to see what our team will sort of line up, because I'm hoping that we can start getting... We need to play like a club. We do. So we need to have a set, more or less set team, create partnerships, build up, even if that means we don't play the best player. Say for example, if we had to leave out... I don't know... I don't even want to say flipping Bellingham or Palmer, to be fair, because I don't think we can. But say, for example, if we had to leave those two out to start Rodgers in front of them because he fit better with the team, that would be better than just trying to put your best players in, because that's an issue that we've had in the past, and that's something that hopefully Tuchel will be able to solve. He has the tactical know-how to be able to do it. But either way, guys, as you can tell, I'm very happy. We're going to have football coming back. We've got Newcastle at home to Wolves. I think that's going to be a 3-0 victory. We have the big... I say big. We have a Manchester derby. I don't think I can really ever say that's a big derby. Compared to, like, say, us versus Sunderland or Liverpool to Everton. They're much bigger derbies. But, yeah, I think Man City will win that. I think they'll win 2-0, to be fair. Especially after... I said this before Haaland just smashed in 5 goals. Granted, it was against Moldova, so take that with a pinch of salt. But either way, look, good games coming up. I'll probably have a match reaction or something to how we go against go against Wolves. But let's see how it goes, and it's looking good. Peace.